welcome to the One More Thought podcast. We are going to have a great day today. My name is Paige. I get to be the host today, and I am joined by, they just did the click thing and said, Pastor Kelsey.
Yep.
And you smiled.
I guess that's me.
That is you. That is you. So I am glad that you were here. If you don't know, I want you to look. Can you tell that we're sisters? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay.
Not twins.
We are not twins.
Just sisters. Yes.
No.
Should we ask them who's older? Who do you think?
Yeah. In like the YouTube comments. I mean, not really, but you could. I think you like asking people who's older.
I do like asking people who's older.
Because it's me. And you like to point out that I'm quite a bit older.
But I would say 80% of the time people guess me.
They do guess
I'm taller.
You because I think it's because you're taller. Yeah.
Not because I look older.
No, you don't look older than me. But I do think people think usually the tallest person is older.
Is the older. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it's
not
true.
in this case.
Not in this case. No, I'm a good 6 years older than you.
6 years. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Today it is the day after Mother's Day.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Yes. And so we're just going to talk about being moms.
Okay.
And I want to tell all the guys watching right now, you can still watch this because you're going to learn some things about how to bless either the mother in your life, the wife in your life, just the women in your life. Okay.
Yeah.
And I also, before we jump into things, I want to acknowledge that Mother's Day is a hard day for some women.
Yes.
Not just some, a lot of women.
Yeah.
And I think, we try to be really mindful of that.
Yeah.
And just say, I know that this can be hard.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women, I just want them to hear that mothering looks like a lot of things.
Yeah.
And even if you've been unable to have children, or if you're single and being a mom is not in your future, or if you've lost a child, you probably are still mothering.
Yeah.
Because we mother, children that the Lord's blessed us with, but we also mother just people around us.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the time. And so we want to say we acknowledge you and love you and we see you.
Yes.
Kelsey is the mom of 4 kids.
4. Yes.
Yeah. And tell me, what are their age ranges right now?
So we just had birthdays in the Watts house. We call it birthday season. So everyone just had a big birthday. So we are now 18, 16, 13, and 10.
Okay.
So big years.
All double digits now.
All double digits. Mm-hmm. I don't have a baby anymore.
I know.
So although Will will always be my baby.
Yeah.
So,
this is true. Yes.
Yes.
So what surprised you the most about motherhood?
It's just the highest honor. It's my very, very favorite job. But a lot has surprised me. I've always loved kids. My dream in life was to be a mom. Mm-hmm. And so I'm living my dream. I think in the teenage years, what has surprised me is just all the different phases of parenting. And I had been told so many times, like, the teenage years are awful, especially with girls. Just get ready. But we've had our moments, but they have really been the sweetest moments. Mm-hmm. And now to watch my oldest, and now my second is getting there, to really transition. You have to make transitions in motherhood. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying I'm just her friend, but the mothering looks very different.
Yeah.
And so just the constant needing to be flexible, like the way I mother Will is not the way I mother Maddie anymore. Mm-hmm. It's always learning. So that's probably the most surprising part. Okay. And every day's a new journey.
Yeah.
Every day's a new journey. So
it's like, let me ask you this. What kind of mom did you think you would be? And are you that kind of mom? Does that make sense? Because I think before you become a mom, I don't know if you're like this, but I think I categorize different moms.
Yeah.
And I'm curious what kind of mom you thought you would be.
Okay. And then I want to know what kind of mom you thought I would be. And then
okay, sure.
Or
you could tell me. Yeah.
I really thought, I thought I would be just more, like lovey-dovey, not the disciplinarian at all. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that I am, but we have our moments, you know, good cop, bad cop moments. And I am definitely more structured and disciplined than I ever thought I would be with my children. Things that, you know, when they weren't my own children, but things that I would see in other kids that never bothered me. I'm like, oh no, now when my kids do those things, like, I'm more disciplined than I really thought I would be.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd be the fun mom.
Yeah.
And I'm fun sometimes, but I'm also like structured.
Okay.
I'm very much the
the
drill sergeant of the family.
I would say for me, I thought I would be more structured.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty like type A personality, and I think I'm a pretty laid back mom. I don't know if my girls would agree with that.
I think you are in motherhood.
I'm in motherhood. It is my most, I don't stress out about it at all.
And I'm probably the opposite because I'm definitely more type B, you know. I'm not as structured just in life in general, and like I wasn't growing up. But in motherhood, I'm very type A. Yeah. Like everything has to be in order.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I'm curious why that is. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, that's so interesting. Okay. What has motherhood taught you about the Lord?
I mean, complete dependency, because like I said, every day is a new challenge, and or a new celebration or something. And I don't know how to process all that and how to work through some of the things my kids have been through. And we've had a very wonderful, in hindsight, easy life. But just those parenting moments, I can't do this on my own. So it has taught me dependency. And then it's also taught me a lot about love. You know, God loves unconditionally. And until you have children, you don't understand that kind of love. Yeah. Because I don't think you can truly love any human except your children unconditionally. You know, like no matter what they do, it's not going to change the way I love them. Yeah. So it's been sweet.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think for me, I think I've just learned it goes along with what you just said about that unconditional love, but I think I've also learned just about how selfless God is. Yeah. And I think before I had kids, I don't think I would say I was a selfish person. But I think after I had them, I realized just how much I was, not from a bad heart, but just I could just do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. Yeah. And so learning to sacrifice. Right. And has given me a new appreciation just for the way God sacrifices for us and how he loves us. And so, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm curious how you would answer the question, what do you feel like moms carry that most people don't see? They don't realize that moms carry.
Wow, that's a good question. I just don't think moms carry a different burden, I think, for their children and for their friends, for their other, I mean, that's what mothering is. You know, it's caring, it's nurturing. And sometimes that burden can be a lot, you know, whether it's with your kids or your friends or your family. And I think most moms they kind of keep it together on the surface. And, you know, you go to the school parties and everyone's like, oh, how'd you do that? And they don't know what's all going on behind the scenes. Right. Yeah. So I think moms carry a lot, and they also carry this sense that they need to look like they have it all together. You know, like it's not okay for us to break. Yeah. And I'm not saying you need to have your meltdown every day, but I've always lived by the phrase, it's okay to not be okay. And if you don't have your safe place to go not be okay, then you are going to break, you know? Yeah. And so it's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay there. Right. So whatever burden that looks like, and I think it's different for every person. Yeah. But if you don't have a place that you can lay that burden down, you know, and it goes back to that complete dependency, like it's okay. I'm not okay today, but I will be tomorrow, right? You know, or next week or next month. Yeah. I agree. I think a lot of women, they carry responsibility because they feel
responsible for their families. They feel responsible also just for whatever has been brought into their sphere, in their world, their job, their friends, their parents, feel that. I always share this as a funny story. I feel like it was I didn't know it at the time, but it was like the precursor to becoming a mom. And it was, I was literally in labor with Selah. And my sweet husband, Josh, I don't know if he was trying to be funny or if he was trying to just like really be caring. I don't know. He says he's trying to be caring. I'm like in labor, active labor. And he comes and he like wipes my brow and he starts to sing Faith Hill's song, Just Breathe.
Yes.
And I was like, what? I was not happy. I don't think I said much, but I think my mom were you in the room? I don't remember. I think my mom was in the room.
I don't know if I was in the room at that moment.
My
but
mom
he came to the waiting room.
My mom
right
looked
after.
at him and was like, "This is not helpful." And so I'm feeling all this pressure, and it's just like this moment. And I think he was really trying to lift the burden. But so here was my takeaway after I thought about it later in life: is like, there are some burdens that are just yours to carry, yours and God.
Right.
And did I want to just breathe? Sure.
Right.
Sure, that would have been great. But he didn't understand what was happening at that time. And I just think that maybe there's moms watching and you feel like, and maybe well-meaning people are telling you just breathe.
Yeah.
But the truth is this, is you actually do. But the only person that can help you carry those burdens are the Lord.
Right.
You know? Now you can ask for help.
Yeah.
And that's really good. I think too, for women that are carrying a lot, is the encouragement. Sometimes you need to mother yourself.
Yeah.
Nurture yourself. And recognize, like, you know what? Today I need to allow myself to rest, or I need to allow myself to have a timeout.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. And I've gotten away from that, but there are seasons in my life when I have been really diligent about that, like really seeing you are carrying a lot as a mother. So what do I need in this season? I even did that this morning. We are in a really crazy season, and it's Maddie's senior year, and that brings on a lot of emotions. If you have not had a senior, I will up my prayer game for you from now on. And that senior, it's an emotional thing, but also in the season, it's a busy thing.
Right.
And so I was looking at our week and our weekend, and I was like, ooh, this is going to be a lot. And the busyness with the emotion. So I literally looked at my calendar this morning, and I call it Mommy Monday. If I can at least have half a day on Monday to like breathe and like get my structure back in order, process some emotions with the Lord, then the burden becomes a little bit lighter. No one has taken anything, but I've given it to the Lord, and I've made time to sit and really hand it over. Where when you're so busy and you're going and you think, oh, I've got this, it keeps piling. The pressure gets bigger.
Right.
So that is probably one of the most important lessons in motherhood I've learned.
Yeah.
And I can usually see it in myself, but at the same time, Heath has called it out. And I have a few friends that they're like, hey, when's the last time you took a breather?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
When's the last time you sat for an hour and really, dug in?
I think that's so good. I would encourage women to give a few people permission in your life to say that to you. And then when they do say that, to not become defensive, but to know it's them trying to care for you.
Yeah.
And it's a way of them to show love.
And it's really sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. So good. Okay. 2 last questions.
Yeah.
What do you want your children to remember most about how they were mothered?
Wow. I wish I could ask my kids that. Like, what do you remember most about mothering? I hope they know that they were just really loved.
Yeah.
In every aspect of life. It's not about what you do. It's just about who you are. And I'm just really proud of my kids.
Yeah.
So I'm the emotional mom too. So I mean, when I think about my kids, they just make me so proud.
Yeah. That's so good.
Yeah.
I think about our own mom.
Yeah.
And when I look back at her mothering, I think what I really appreciate about her is I always felt like if I needed her, she would be there.
Yes.
And she always made time.
Always.
And in hindsight, now that I am a mom, I know that was very intentional on her part. And so I hope my kids feel that too. So let's end our time together. This is my last question is, what would you say to the mom who feels tired, who feels what you were just talking about? Maybe they're in an emotional season. Maybe they're in a season of releasing, or maybe they have toddlers and they're just tired because
I don't want to go back.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's a mom watching right now and her kids are all grown. And maybe there's some things that she wishes she could speak into and she can't.
Yeah.
What would just be final words of encouragement to moms that are just in a season that it's a little bit difficult or heavy?
Yeah. I mean, moms, you're going to make it. You are going to make it. I think from day one, from those toddler days, and I tell everyone, like, I would never go back. Like, y'all said the teen years are hard. You mamas with infants and toddlers, like, bless you. Like, it's a blur. My kids will ask me, hey, what was I like it? And I'm like, I don't remember what you were like it too. Like, I was just trying to survive. And I just adopted a motto then, like, one day at a time. One day at a time. And what can I do today to make an impact on these children? Even if it's small, even if it's making the time when the time isn't there, but just even if it's 5-10 minutes, like just make that time. But you're going to make it. You're going to make it. Whatever season you're in, hang in there, press into the Lord, give yourself some grace. You're a good mom. Even if you think you are messing up. I've had moms tell me, I am screwing up my child. You're not. They were placed in your life. They were placed as your child. You are their mom for a reason because you have everything you need to equip them, to mother them, to minister to them. So you've got this.
Yeah.
You have got this.
That's good. Good advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, moms, you may need to rewind and go listen to that again and again and again. Let it be your
You've got this.
Mothering pep talk, so to speak. You've got this. Yep. You've got this, and God's got you. You really do. So,
amen.
Yeah. Kelsey, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Enjoy this entire Mother's Day week.
Amen. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody, thanks for watching this episode of the One More Thought podcast. We will see you next week as we jump back into the book of Hebrews. Go tell your mom you love her.